Hey everyone, if we want to know what the Shiba Inu's price is going to be today, tonight, and tomorrow, we really need to look at this. Be sure to like the video. And the first thing, we're seeing $1,000 invested into Shiba Inu at this price would give you 123 million Shib, which would be $1,000. But if you invested $1,000 in Dogecoin, it would give you a bit less. So you can see Shiba Inu is looking pretty solid these days. It's outperforming Dogecoin by a very little amount, but it's still, outperforming it by $38. And investors make more money dollar for dollar in returns than Dogecoin investors are making. That's very simply put because we have Shiba Swap, and all through this is an old pick. It does provide us something. It provides us with more info that Shiba Inu has Shiba Swap, and the power of it gives you a lot more. So if we check over here, we have to see what India is doing. We gave India a lot of money, and the thing is, India is very, very, and I wouldn't say angry, but very bearish on crypto. But right now we are trying to convince India to accept cryptocurrency. So Solana invites students, Web 2 and Web 3 developers, engineers, and anyone who's looking to get into crypto, because they're not giving up on India, basically. India is trying to ban crypto, or at least heavily regulate it. If you're looking for a ambitious engineer or developer in India looking to build something, this is Skyhook you're looking for. And they're launching a big reward right now, which hopefully, cash price of pool of $80,000, which $80,000 in India can change lives. Trust me, like, this can probably buy you a house at this point. It seems like they're trying to adapt India to actually look at crypto and see it's not that bad. And India is already doing their own thing. After we gave the big donation, they were thinking about, outright banning crypto. But right now, they're using the utility that they're provided and using crypto as some sort of a way to improve their country. So India to use Ethereum blockchain to verify the diploma certificates. Now that's crazy to me because we are on Ethereum blockchain by itself. But a new partnership with Legit Doc places India among early adopters to implement an e-governance system for higher education. So hopefully they see that and they actually go for, hey, maybe Shiba Inu isn't that bad. Maybe crypto isn't that bad. They gave us a 500 million or so donation, one of the biggest donations in history for crypto. Maybe, we could partner up with them. Maybe. In the last 10 years, there has been a rampant increase in forgery of government-issued documents, which has caused huge financial and reputational losses to the stakeholders involved. And now they're fighting back with Ethereum blockchain. So they can see that crypto actually does have a future. The bottom line is that while the blockchain represents advances in encryption and security, it is vulnerable in the same way as other technology, as well as having new vulnerabilities unique to blockchain. In fact, human actions or inaction still have a significant consequence for blockchain security. And we can see here, there's a lot more regulation in play. While India might be looking into cryptocurrency kind of like that, maybe the uses at least of it, instead, before they're very hard on crypto, Senator Warren urges Treasury Secretary Yellen to combat rising crypto threats. They want to do the regulation. And that's what's causing the price to drop. As we're seeing this regulation, a lot of, those holders that go to bank and put in 2 million are afraid they will lose everything. Elizabeth Warren outlined her concerns about the cryptocurrency market in a letter addressed to Janet Yellen, was obtained by CNBC. As for demand for cryptocurrencies continues to grow and these assets become more embedded in our financial system. So this is good news, but bad news. Because this means that cryptocurrency has a future. It's growing so fast. Every single year, cryptocurrency is growing more and more. The environment and our financial systems are under growing threats. And right now, yes, we're seeing the threats being present, but in the future, hopefully we're seeing something much more better. Within the United States, she describes digital assets like Dogecoin as the fourth-rate alternative to the real currency. Is that real? Like, if we had that in like Shiba Inu as Dogecoin, that would be simply crazy. Earned the Senate Banking Committee to consider drafting more insurgent regulations. So they're trying to do regulations because they know crypto is the future. And those with the most beneficial updates, those with actual use cases, such as Shiba Inu, which is fully decentralized, not controlled by a company, have a major advantage with partnering up with countries. like El Salvador already accepting Bitcoin. At some point, we're going to be seeing another country partnering up with Ethereum, which will increase its prices. I do think Ethereum could reach 10K. And when Ethereum reaches 10K, Shiba Inu could easily reach at its highest or even more. And in March, this agency only spends $325 million annually on researching blockchain technology. Despite her criticism of crypto assets in general, Warren appears to be much more open to the idea of central digital currency. And yeah, that's happening for the US. They're looking into crypto, they're trying to regulate it. And as long as this regulation is going on, this means two things. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto is not going anywhere. But this also means they're going to be heavily regulating it because there's a lot of users losing money on scams. She also cited concerns about the use of cryptocurrency in cyber attacks and the threat posed by stablecoins. But IMF issues veiled warning against El Salvador's Bitcoin law, making any cryptocurrency a national currency is an inadvisable shortcut to more inclusive financial services. And basically they're saying don't use Bitcoin, but they're having none of it. They're going to be using Bitcoin. Government revenues would be exposed to exchange rate risk if taxes were quoted in advance in crypto assets, while expenditures remain mostly in the local currency or vice versa. Expressing seemingly negative views on the country adopting crypto is nothing new for the IMF. Spokespersons have previously said smaller nations like the Marshall Islands, recognizing a digital currency as a legal tender, raise risks to macroeconomics, financial stability, as well as financial integrity. In that case, the IMF said the island local economy had been strained by economic fallout of the pandemic and likely won't be fixed by introduction of new digital currency. So they're going in for a digital currency, like a small island wants to use digital currency, basically. Imagine if we had an island where we only could use Shib. Wouldn't that be crazy? Now, El Salvador president said he plans to take advantage of the country's abundant geothermal energy, so using a volcano to mine Bitcoin, or to basically use Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is heating up, some may be erupting as the Latin America country plans to tap energy from volcanoes. That's simply crazy to me. But Marshall Islands digital currency would raise risk, and the local economy may not recover until 2022, and they want to launch their own digital currency because they think it would be actually better than their currency they have right now that the price crashed. And that's simply another adoption. We're seeing that again. And when we see that with Shiba Inu, that would be simply crazy to me. I do think you underestimate how early we are into crypto, and when we're actually going to be seeing Shiba Inu with like a Marshall Island collaboration, where it has the updates, where it has fast transactions, where it has decentralization, where nobody can do a rug pull. That's when people are happy. Now, Huobi's move follows a similar decision by crypto exchange OKX, which resolved to dissolve its China-based entity in late June. So it seems like every single operator in China is basically quitting. And we saw that before. They're going to different ships, they're jumping ships. You can see over here. But the most important factor we have here, China is going to be banning crypto most likely until 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if we check, its own 70% by Li Jin. It has 10 million yuan and 1 million registered capital and total of 5 subsidiaries. So I do think this process is just, so China doesn't ban it. But Goldman Sachs has just filed for a DeFi ETF that will track major stocks including Nokia, Google, and Fujitsu. So the most important factor here, the adoption is still happening. Chicago Bulls team up with Shopify to launch the NFT series. Just another iteration of how big the Shiba Inu NFT is. And this one is pretty huge, and you're probably going to like it. A lot of people were disappointed by the gas fees, and 1inch Foundation plans to distribute 10 million tokens to compensate for gas costs because there were high gas fees. While Shiba Inu will probably not compensate their users for high gas costs, we will get a fix for this, for the high gas costs that are going to be happening. Only users who stake 100,000 1inch or will receive a full refund for their gas fees. But that's something I never saw before. Anyway, thank you so much for dropping a like and watching, a very fun news update for you. Until next time, peace everyone.